I'd really like my boy to play up to his potential one of these games. I'd like my boy to play up to his potential one of these games.
What do you say about potential?
Up to his potential. Just feel like he's been stuck.
Watch back a lot of the film. We'll have like two guys on a cut back, have open ice for days ahead of them. And then, for no reason, cuts back again. When you cut back and you see this, this is like what you dream of seeing.
Right.
Use your ice. Depends on like have a reason why you're doing this.
Yeah.
Like he made a really good back check against Edina, but then he went to the puck carrier. Two guys coming down the slot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got the Stormhawks versus the Rosemount Irish. We got Clark, Nichols, and Gianetti as the forwards. Duda and Kuzmarczyk as the defensemen. Rosemount wins the draw. Freddie Kuzmarczyk back to pick it up. He's going to ring it around. Oop. Behind our net there, a little bit of a battle going on. This is not a district game. This is a scrimmage, so no district points here. Rosemount with a shot deflected by Nichols. Nichols tries to go for the steal. And Rosemount's offsides. We'll switch them up. Looks like the second line today is going to be Cooch, Schneider, and Pulasic. The back end looks like Smith and McNeil. Cooch wins the draw over to Smith, McNeil. McNeil up to Schneider. Schneider dumps it down deep. Stormhawks going on the forecheck. Coots in on the forecheck. Schneider controls. Passes it to the point. Smith's there. Smith's shot. Deflection. Just couldn't quite get it through. Stormhawks hold, but Rosemount ends up clearing and bringing it into the Stormhawk zone. McNeil back. Looking over to Smith. Smith looking for somebody to pass to Pulasic. Pulasic over to McNeil. McNeil up to Schneider. Schneider's got one-on-one. He's going to split the defenders, and good back checking by Rosemount there. Over to Pulasic, back to Schneider. Schneider looking. And the Stormhawks dump it down deep, and they change it up. Rosemont's going to bring it up. Out to neutral ice. Charchenko over to Puente. Puente over to Molter. Molter drops down deep. Molter looking to center. Looking out to the point. Charchenko. Charchenko wrister on net. Kent in the forecheck. Charchenko holds his own. And Rosemount chips. Schneider's got it. Schneider looking. Oh, never mind. That's Puente. Puente behind the net. He's looking for somebody to pass to. Skating around. Over to Duda. Duda's got it. Duda's looking. Wrist one. Glove down by Rosemount goalie. .49 left in the first period. Clark on the draw with his line mates. Oh, Clark. Looks like Clark doesn't have a mouth guard, so we're going to get a switch here. Coots is going to come in to take the draw in his place. Coots, Nichols, Gianetti, Duda, and Kuzmarczyk. Coots is kicked out. Nichols has got it. Coots battles, tries to throw it in front. Nichols has got it. Out of the zone. Rosemount dumps it down deep. Duda over to Nichols. Nichols looking. Tries to get it to Coots. Coots out to center ice. Off the sides on Rosemount. Get a face off center ice here. Or in the neutral zone. Coots on the draw. Coots ties him up, wins the draw over to Duda. Duda over to Kuzmarczyk. Kuzmarczyk looking, passes it up to Schneider. Schneider deflects it down deep, covered by Rosemount. We'll get an offensive zone draw here. On the draw. Over to Schneider. Schneider to Kuzmarczyk. Kuzmarczyk out to neutral ice. Duda looking. Stormhawks couldn't clear the zone. We'll get another offensive, the neutral zone face off here. Coots on the draw. Oh, Rosemount wins it. Coots over to Plastic, dumps it down deep. Behind this Rosemount zone. Coots is back looking, forechecking. Rosemount rings it around. Kuzmarchek holds the zone. Over to Schneider. Schneider's chance. Coots in front of the goalie. Schneider looking. He's got Classic. Classic over to Kuzmarchek. Kuzmarchek keeps it in the zone. Classic dekes around one defender over to Schneider. Schneider blocked by the Rosemount goalie. Stormhawks hold the zone. Schneider's got it. Schneider back to Plastic, I believe. Seaver on the forecheck. Rosemount dumps it down deep. Stormhawks chase. Marchek up to Motier. Motier into the neutral zone. Kent in on the forecheck. Kent and Seaver, they cause some havoc. Motier's there as well. Kuzmarchek throws one into the corner. Smith back in our own zone. Out to neutral. Battle along the boards there right in front of the Stormhawks net. Stormhawks control and dump it down deep. Held in by Smith. Smith wrists one. On goal. Seaver looking. Out to his point man. McNeil. Tries to wrist one on net. Didn't get there. Smith's there to hold. And he dumps it down low. To Motier to Kent. Is it Kent? Kent tries to backhand one in. Clark's out there now. Clark to Smith. Smith tries to wrist her. Clark on the forecheck. Again, held in by McNeil. McNeil looking again. Clark deflects it. Just wide. Stormhawks all over Rosemount at the moment. To the point. Ooh. McNeil over to Charchenko. Gianetti's in. He drives in. Power move. On net. Deflected wide by the Rosemount goalie. Charchenko again holds it low. Clark looking. Battle in the corner there. Over to Nichols. Nichols tried to pass over to Clark. Clark down to Nichols. Nichols has got Gianetti. Gianetti just couldn't deflect it on goal. Held in by Clark. And Rosemount's going to clear. Puente's back. Holds it into the neutral zone. Puente looking. Wall battle. Gianetti. Clark's over to Charge. Up to Clark. Clark around one guy. Clark with speed around another guy. Down low behind the Rosemount goalie it is. Rosemount tries to deflect it off the ice, or off the boards, but held in by Puente. Puente back. He's got it. Charchenko up to Plastic. Shot on goal. Puente's got it. Wrister by Rosemount just goes wide. Schneider's up to Coots. Coots to Plastic. Plastic and Coots going in. Plastic's got room. He's looking. Shot on net. Coots has got it. Down to Plastic. Tries to get over to Schneider. Schneider to Plastic. On Coots' tape. Over to Duda wrist one. On net. Deflected wide by the Rosemount goalie. Plastic battling the corner with Coots. Coots, Plastic, and two Rosemount defenders having a discussion in the corner. Plastic gonna win the battle, gets it out to his point man, Kuzmarchek, looking down low to Schneider. Schneider back. Coots couldn't deflect it in. Plastic over to Coots. Coots looking. Coots battling in the corner. Coots and Schneider. Schneider's got it. He's looking for somebody to pass to. Coots is in front. Coots couldn't deflect. Kuzmarchek, Plastic taken down in the corner. Boots is over there to help support. Schneider comes away with it over to Kuzmarchek's got it at the point. He wrists one wide. Seaver in on the forecheck. Rosemount controls, and they're going to clear the zone to neutral. Not exactly sure what's going on here with the penalty. Stormox got one in the box, so we're going to have to go on the penalty kill here. Nichols on the jaw, wins it over to... Shot on goal by Rosemount. Stopped by Whitey. I think that's his first or second shot he's faced so far, halfway through the first period. Nichols on the jaw. Rosemount, center gets kicked out. Rosemount player looks like he doesn't have a mouth guard. Looks like we're going to get a penalty here on Rosemount. I don't know if there was some discussion back and forth with the Rosemount player. Ref didn't like it. We're going to get an offensive face-off here, so 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and a half. Stormox win the job, but couldn't hold his own due to the back to retrieve. He's looking out to Clark. Clark's got it. Clark and Giannetti. Clark looks like Stormox were offsides, so we'll have a neutral zones off. So Clark, Giannetti, Duda, and Puente will be the four out there for the Stormox. Clark wins the draw. Rosemount throws it up the boards into the zone. And we're going to get an icing. So Clark on the draw. Rosemount wins, brings it around. Clark intercepted. Clark setting it up, gets around one defender. He's looking for Giannetti, up, looking. Still's got it. Over to Giannetti. Giannetti couldn't hold the zone, so we'll get a neutral zone face off here. Looks like we're going to change up the forwards. So Schneider and Lasik, I believe. Yep. 44 seconds of a 4-on-4 here. Rosemount controls. Intercepted by Duda. Duda gets around, guy. He's got Schneider with him. Schneider, Plastic. He's got his choice. Wrists one. Deflected over the goal by the Rosemount goalie. Schneider still has it. Over to Puente. Puente looking. Puente across to Plastic. Plastic's going to drive in. Shoot on goal. Deflected wide. Puente still has it. Over to Duda. Duda back to Puente. Puente setting it up. Skating along his blue line. Looking. Taking his time. Driving around the goal. Looking. Over to Duda. Duda wrist one. Or slaps one, and the Rosemount goalie holds on. So we got 2 seconds left in the 4-on-4, and then we'll get a 5-second power play. Stormox from the drop to the point, couldn't be held by McNeil, so McNeil, little DDD passing over to Smith, Smith to Moltier, Moltier's got it, he's going to try to drive around the Rosemount. Wrist one, deflected wide by Rosemount goalie. Rosemount's going to bring it out of the zone here. 3-on-3. Rosemount behind Stormox goal. 2 Stormox in there, get it. McNeil up to Moltier. Neutral zone. Moltier battling with 2 Rosemount Irish. Rosemount controls, wrist one wide. Kent there battling. Rosemount's going to control it. Moltier steals the puck. Or Seaver, I mean. Seaver, Smith, out to Moltier. Moltier looking for somebody. Up to Seaver. Seaver's got Kent with him. Seaver brings it in the zone, but interfered. Controlled by Rosemount. They bring it in. Rosemount drives in, takes a shot. Deflected wide by Wybe. Stormox have it. Gianetti's got it. Over to Nichols. Nichols looking. Up to Clark. Clark. Good through the zone. Gianetti's got it. Gianetti looking. Got Charchenko with him. Duda, or Gianetti. Over to Charchenko. Charchenko wrists one on goal. Gloved by Rosemount goalie. Three minutes, 30 seconds left in the first period here. 0-0 game. Clark on the draw. Nichols back to Puente to Clark. Clark right on goal. Stopped by Rosemount. Rosemount goalie doing a great job. Gianetti's got it. He's surveying. He's looking around. He's looking for somebody. Tries to pass to Clark. Gianetti gets it right back. Gianetti down low. Looking for Clark. Clark right on goal. Deflected wide. Clark's looking. Goes back down deep. Rosemount intercepted, just couldn't be held by Nichols, so Rosemount dumps it down. Clark passes it across, I think. Maybe it was Puente. Stormox battling with it. They win the battle behind the ice. Over to Schneider. Schneider looking for somebody. Over to Coots. Coots is going to bring it up the left wing. Staying wide. Gets around one defender. He's looking for somebody to pass to. So over to Schneider. Schneider to Plasek. Schneider. Plasek's got it in the corner. Coots there to support. Wins. Plasek looking. Try to do something. Over to Duda. Duda held the zone. Down to Plasek. Plasek's got Coots. Over to Schneider. Schneider. Saved by Rosemount. And they hold. So the Stormox are going to have an offensive zone draw here. Coots, Schneider, Plasek. Coots wins the draw. Gets it back to the point. Down to low to Plasek. Plasek's looking. Schneider goes to support. And the Rosemount end up throwing it down the ice. Marchek's going to have to go back and get it. No icing on the call. Coots goes down to help support. 2-on-2 battle there. Marchek comes away with it. Now Coots has got it. Coots tries to pass it up to the forward. Rosemount deflected into the corner. Marchek looking. Out to center ice. And offsides on Rosemount. So we'll get a neutral zone face-off here. 1 minute, 11 seconds left in the first period against Rosemount. 0-0 score. I'd say so far the Stormhawks have been able to control the puck for the most part. Got a mess in front of Wybe here. Gets to the corner. Nichols looking for somebody. Gets it up to Giannetti. Looks like they're out of the zone, but held by Rosemount. Giannetti's got it. Tries to break out. Uh-oh. Rosemount's got a 2-on-1. Drop pass. Nobody home for Rosemount. Stormhawks. 25 seconds left in the period here. In the corner. 2 Stormhawks in on the puck. Duda's got it behind his own net. Tries to get it out. Up to Nichols. Nichols looking, tried to get up to Giannetti. Giannetti, 3 seconds left. Giannetti just runs out of time. So, good period of play there by both teams. 1 penalty aside. 0-0 game. And we'll be back in a minute. All right, Stormhawk fans, we're back here for period 2. Again, 15-minute period here. Just a reminder, the Stormhawks tomorrow face Centennial in a scrimmage in Victoria East at 3:15 if anybody's interested. We'll also try to bring it to you live. Rosemount bringing it in 3-on-2. Shot on Wybe. He just stomachs it down. Stormhawks win the draw. Stormhawks had a set play run here, just couldn't quite get it going. What's the call? Not sure what the call was there. Stormhawks are going to change up the lines. Coots battles but loses the draw. Stormhawks control. Classic's got it. Classic gets it out of the zone. Classic back to Duda. Duda over to... Oh, he's going to go with it. Duda's got it. He brings it up to the right side to Classic. Classic looking for Duda. Duda's got it. Backhands one on goal. Stopped by the Rosemount goalie, who's been superb today. Rosemount throws it into the zone. Coots goes back for it. Coots over to Smith. Smith back to Duda. Duda up to Schneider, but Rosemount just throws it back in. Duda over to Smith. Smith up to Plasek. Plasek couldn't hold on to the puck. Goes into the zone. Schneider goes in on a forecheck. But Rosemount crisply cleans it out. They go on a 2-on-2. Coots is back-to-back check. He does. Oh, no! Kind of a broken play there. A deflection that was slowly trickled, and I think it just fooled the Stormox goalie Wybe and just slowly trickled past him for a Rosemount goal. Seaver out there, loses the draw. Rosemount getting a little more confidence now. A little bit more zone time this period so far. Puente couldn't get it out of the zone. Puente looking. He's got Kent up the center. Kent just couldn't reach it. And we'll get an icing on the Stormhawks. Definitely feel the ice tilting a little bit now. Rosemount a little bit more confidence out there, it looks like. Looks like the Stormhawks are going to try to counter with their top line of Clark, Giannetti, and almost another goal by Rosemount. They get one. Wybe deflects it wide. Stormhawks out to center. Nichols up to Giannetti, but intercepted by Rosemount. Here they come back, another 3-on-3. Tries centering it, no good. Giannetti looking, couldn't clear it. Wybe decides to hold on. Stormhawks are going to switch it up again. Looks like they're going with really short shifts right now. 30 seconds, almost max. Coots is on the draw with Schneider and Plasek. Coots couldn't win the draw. Shot wide. Shot on goal again. Again, traffic in front. Stormhawks finally clear the zone. Plasek tries to get around the Rosemount. He does. He's got Coots with him. Puck thrown behind the net. Schneider's there. Coots in on the forecheck. Rosemount controls though. Gets it out to center, into the zone. McNeil's back. McNeil rides him into the corner. Blocked by Wybe into the corner. Over to McNeil. McNeil looking, rings it right back around to Kuzmarchek. Kuzmarchek flips it up to the point. Not out though. Kuzmarchek battles in the corner, gets it to his D partner McNeil. McNeil decides to throw one down. And we're going to get an icing on the Stormhawks. Alright, so Coots, Schneider, Plasek out there at the moment with Puente and McNeil. Coots couldn't win the face-off. Deflected by Kent up top. Kent's out there. Stormhawks a little discombobulated at the moment here. But they get it to neutral zone. to the neutral zone. Motier tries to forecheck over to, gets it back to Charchenko. Charchenko keeps it in neutral over to Kent. Kent, Seaver, Charchenko. They're battling for it. Puente looking, trying to make a good decision. He does. He gets it into the zone here. Puente with a wrister. Charchenko, blast. Didn't get to the goal. Puente over to Seaver. Seaver holds the zone, but Rosemount comes away with it. Intercepted by Puente. Puente gets the puck to the corner. He's ridden into the corner. Seaver's there. Giannetti to Charchenko. And we got a penalty on the Stormox. Looks like Charchenko's going to go for cross-checking, I believe. Yep, they're going to get him for cross-checking. So we're going to have to go on the penalty kill here. 9 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second period. Stormox down 0-1. Big kill here coming up. Stormox control. Get it to neutral. Clark gets it around one guy. Rosemount's back though. Giannetti tried to do a good job, wasting a little time behind the goal. Rosemount comes out. Intercepted by Clark. Clark, Puente in the corner. Rosemount up to the point. Cross to his D partner. Gets one on goal. Blocked by Wybe. Stormox battling along the wall here now. Over to Duda. Duda looking for somewhere to go to. Got Clark. Ooh, another one deflected on goal by Rosemount, but Wybe's there to hold the glove. 38 seconds left on the penalty kill. Nichols, Schneider, Classic, and Duda, I believe. Nichols on the draw. Tries to time up. They get it between the circles and Rosemount risks one in. So they capitalize on their power play, and it's a 0-2 start here for the Stormox.
Trevor.
So second line out there, Coots on the draw, Plastic and Schneider. Coots loses the draw. Intercepted by Schneider. Schneider's got Plastic with him. Schneider into the corner, looking for somebody to pass to. He power moves in. Rings around over to Puente. Puente gets around one guy. Puente gets it down deep to Plastic. Plastic looks over to try to get it over to Coots, but he just couldn't connect. Wybe stops it. Up to Schneider, over to Plastic. Plastic. And the Rosemount dumps it right back down. Puente's got it in the corner. Coots had it, lost it. Puente. Up to Schneider. Schneider gets it back. Coots wasn't able to hold. Rosemount's got a 2-on-2. We got Puente in there up to Seaver. Seaver's going to try to drive it. They're going to say offsides. So we got Seaver, Kent, Motier, Smith, and McNeil out there right now. Seaver on the draw. Rosemount's going to win. Gets it up ice to neutralize. Chipped off by Seaver. Out of the zone. Rosemount right back in. Shot on goal, deflected. Kent's got it. Kent chips it up the zone. Multier's just clank get it, and Rosemount flips it right back out, right back into the zone for them. Rosemount tries to get one on goal, but deflected into the corner. Rosemount taking their time. Shot from the point wide. Stormox clear the zone. Got Kent up front, but Multier dumps it down deep. Stormox change it up. Duda's got it. Giannetti covered by Wybe. Again, Stormox looking a little discombobulated here. I'd say first period was all Stormox with nothing to show, and I'd say Rosemount all period two with 2 goals. Clark wins the draw. Stormox had a play set up. On goal. Stormox had a play set up, looks like from the face-off there, and just quite couldn't connect. They do get a shot on goal though. So now Clark's out there to take the draw. Clark, Nichols, Giannetti. Rosemount clears the zone. Clark's got it. Clark up the boards over to Nichols, I believe. Nichols over to Duda. Duda chips it up the boards. Intercepted by Rosemount. Up to the point. Rosemount shot deflected. Kicked out by Giannetti. Smart play to keep it out of the zone. So now the Stormox try to go in on the forecheck here. But Rosemount just calmly clears it right out. Clark back to intercept. Clark to Marchek, to Nichols, to Clark. They're going to say it's good. Stormox throw it in, but they don't have any control of it. Rosemount goes back. There's nobody forechecking. Now Schneider goes up, intercepted by Duda. Duda's going to bring it up, it looks like. Yep, he brings it in the zone. Tries to go around him. And Rosemount just clears it all the way down for an icing. Coots is going to be on the draw with Plastic and Schneider. Smith and Tarchenko on the back end. Coots wins the draw. Smith's got it. Smith fires a shot on goal, deflected. It's wide. Coots tries to center it again. 4-on-2 for the Coots. Coots has got it. He's going to try to bring it in his zone. Brings it over to Schneider. Schneider, Coots. Shot on goal, Schneider. No rebound for Coots.
There you go, Stifler!
Rosemount goalie's just been rock solid right now. Coots on the draw, tied up. Rosemount controls it. Smith's gonna rip one right on goal, but into the corner. Smith again, couldn't hold the zone this time. Smith looking back to Plastic. Plastic tried to get it up to Coots. Coots ridden off into the boards. Supported by Schneider. Schneider, Coots and Plastic, they got 3-on-1. Plastic rips one. Just nothing doing there. We've Got a mess. Uh-oh, Rosemount coming in. Oh no! They get a breakaway and Rosemount buries it. 0-3 with 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the second period. It's been all Rosemount since the beginning of the second period, really. Duda flicks it out to Nichols. Nichols has got Clark with him. Got a 3-on-2 opportunity. Nichols is going to drive, shoot. Glove down by Rosemount. I don't know what the shots are on goal, but the Rosemount goalie's been gloving them down. No rebounds. Doing a terrific job over there. Stormhawks are going to have to get some traffic in front of him so he can't see it so cleanly. Clark wins the draw. Over to Clark, back to Clark. Clark tries to shoot. Deflected wide. Clark gets the rebound. Clark's going to skate. He's looking for somebody to pass to. He's got Duda at the point. Goes back down deep to Nichols. Nichols. Over to Duda. Shot. Nobody in front for the Stormhawks. Clean look, and the Rosemount goalie gloves it down. That was McNeil on the shot. McNeil back for it. McNeil over to Giannetti. Giannetti's got it with speed. He's going to go up the left wing. He's got 3 guys. Tries to split him. Gets around one. Tries to flip one on. Gets his own rebound. But Rosemount calmly gathers the puck. Stolen by Giannetti for a second there. Rosemount gets it out. Duda battling with it. Over to Giannetti. Giannetti's got it. Passes it up to Clark. Clark, Giannetti. Clark. Duda. Duda, Giannetti. Giannetti, 2-on-2. Takes his time. Good move. Gets the shot. Oh, nope. Didn't get it on goal. Back to Seaver. Seaver's got it. Tries to throw it into the Rosemount zone and does. Motier on the forecheck. Smith intercepts at center ice. Smith to Puente. Puente looking. Intercepted. Uh-oh. Another chance for Rosemount, but Puente recovers. Right on the stick of a Rosemount forward, but Wybe's there to glove it down. Oh, here we go. We got a chance. Schneider and Plastic. Schneider and Plastic. Schneider rips one on goal. Deflected. Nothing doing. Plastic rips one off the side of the net. Schneider throws in the center. Up to Kuzmarczyk. Kuzmarczyk right on goal. Again, smothered by the Rosemount goalie. Clark wins the draw. Over to Schneider. Schneider tries to rip one. Plastic gets the rebound just wide. Clark behind his own net, behind the Rosemount net. Plastic into support. Plastic looking. Tries to go to Schneider in the center of the ice. Intercepted by Rosemount. Rosemount behind Wybe. Throws it center. Loose puck in front of the Stormhawks goal, and Rosemount just buries it. Right place, right time. I mean, there's nothing pretty about it. It's just hard work and right place at the right time now for Rosemount. 4-0 lead for them. Stormhawks are going to switch it up a little bit. Going to try Puente at center here with Giannetti and Nichols. Coots and Tarchenko back. Puente loses the draw. Coots tries to deflect. But it looks like the Rosemount's going to get a power play here out of this. Looks like they're going to say Coots pushed the net off. Refs discussing it now. Not sure they know what's going on here. Now the ref's going to come up to the center ice here. So, Stormhawks on the penalty kill. Rosemount wins the draw. They control the puck. Shot on goal, tried to tip it. Centering pass intercepted by Duda. Duda over to Giannetti. Giannetti's going to bring it up the right side. 25 seconds left in the period. He gets around his man. Tries to rip one on goal, but it hits the side of the net instead. Out Puente. Puente tripped by the ref. Battle for it at center ice. Rosemount comes away with it. Giannetti in the corner. Giannetti uses his body to get to control the puck. Rosemount steals it. And that'll do it for period number 2. All Rosemount that period. And I mean all Rosemount. 4-0 after 2. Or 3. Yeah, after 2. We'll be back in a minute. Alright, Stormhawk fans, we're back. Start the third period here. Stormhawks win the draw. Nichols on the penalty kill here. Decides to rip one on goal, deflected wide. Rosemount throws it into the zone. 2 seconds left on the power play, so Stormhawks back at full strength. So we got Clark, Schneider, and Plastic. Stormhawks changing up the lines a little bit here now, see if they can't get something going. End up winning the draw. Coots out to center ice. Back, looking. Gets it over to Charchenko. Charchenko up to Clark. Clark over to Schneider. Schneider brings it into the zone, looking for Plastic. Plastic gets it behind the zone, the net. Schneider tries to rip one on goal. Clark down to Plastic. Plastic looking. Tried to get it down low to Schneider. Charchenko across to Coots. Coots up to Clark. Clark brings it in. Gets around one guy. Tries to backhand it over the goalie's shoulder. No good. Charchenko holds his own. Oh. Out of the zone it goes. Clark's got it. Clark brings it in. He's looking for somebody. Three on two. Boots has got it. Tries to get it out of the zone. Couldn't do it. Not sure what the call is here. But the Stormhawks are going to go on the power play with 13:04 to go, down 4-0. Giannetti's going to take the draw with Schneider and Plastic. Stormhawks. Giannetti with the goal. Or no, Schneider. Schneider from Giannetti and Plastic, I believe. Off the power play, Stormhawks score right away. We got a 4-1 game. Seaver, Motier, and Kent out there. Stormhawks throw it in on goal. Rosemount controls, intercepted here by Kent. Kent and Seaver. Motier. Back for Smith. Smith's got it behind the Stormhawks goalie. Here's Marchek. Tries to get it up to his forwards. Uh-oh. Rosemount almost had a chance, but deflected wide. Out to Motier. Motier looking. Back to his D partner, up to Seaver. Seaver still's got it. Seaver, Motier's going to bring it in. He's going to try to go around one guy. Taken down, no call. Seaver throws it across the center ice. An icing on the Rosemount Irish. So we'll get an offensive face off here, and Nichols, Puente, and Giannetti. Rosemount wins the draw. Stormhawks in on the forecheck. Giannetti tries to get down low. Battle won by Puente. Puente looking. Giannetti. Back to Puente. Giannetti. Rosemount rings it around to Kuzmarchek. Kuzmarchek able to hold. Over to Giannetti. Giannetti rips one. One tip, rips another one. Freddy, Kuzmarchuk over the goal. Stormox all over Rosemount at the moment. Judith gets it back down deep. And Rosemount's going to get a clear. Up through center ice they come. Cut off by the Stormox. And Kuzmarchuk's going to go by it. Nope. Nichols has got it. Controls the puck. Nichols looking. Passes it up to Giannetti, I believe. Stormox are going to go back on the penalty kill. Some action in front of the Stormox bench. Clark. Wybe's going to cover it. Clark again. Rosemount wins the draw. Over to their D-band, point shot. Tried a deflection, no good. Another shot. Wybe couldn't control. He had guys all over him, and Rosemount again puts in the puck. Minutes, 38 seconds left in the third period. Stormox down 5-1. Nichols wins the draw. Back over to Coots. Coots up to Plasek. Plasek, center ice.